Naruto, Boruto, Shinobi Strikers. Time on the chopping block. So, before we get into this, I'm going to say a couple things. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be referring to said game as Shinobi Striker. As I said in my new Gundam video, I will be doing a Twitch stream on Wednesday. Say around 1:30. I'm going to also try and record it on the PlayStation and upload it later onto YouTube. So, if that works, you'll get another change in the schedule. If it works, I'll be doing a Twitch stream every other week. So that'll be 2 game reviews a month and potentially 2 Twitch streams a month. Which should also equal out this a little bit better. Another thing, I'm not really sure how to phrase this one. Burnout wasn't the only reason I took a break. You see, there have been a couple of problems at home, and I'm going to say them whether the party doesn't want to or not. You see, a few years ago, my sister borrowed money from me. Now, I still have the contract written, signed by both of us, saying she would pay me the month after. Now, if I'm saying this contract correct, it is dated for 2011. 7 years ago. So, every chance I get, I bring this up. She doesn't like that. Their mail does not belong in our post office anymore, so they have their own P.O. box. So, her husband doesn't want to change P.O. boxes, because I guess that's too much effort for him. So, I've been returning envelopes, not packages, envelopes, since they're not supposed to be in our box. Well, this all came to thunder recently. I would say around Sunday before last, where the brother-in-law threatened to attack me with physical violence in my own home. So, with that being said, I can't really say much or anything else, but I've been trying to deal with that, so that is another reason why I've been taking a small break. Now, final thing before I get to the review. Originally, this game was going to be getting a 2 from me, because 1, I was going to compare it to Xenoverse, which is somewhat not fair, and 2, these types of games I play with I don't really think, I just go off instinct. Does that make sense? I don't strategize in these games. Insert your insults down below if you feel like it. So my friend, as you may recall, the Green Arrow spammer, the Dishonored Fearless, Dave himself, told me, play the game again, but actually think a little more. Okay, let's get to work. Now first off, I want to point out, this game has no story mode. You can make a character from one of the villages in the Land of Fire. Except sound, for some reason. Anyway. With that being said, most of the story-esque things are done in VR training, which can be unlocked through master grinding. You would unlock one master to unlock a mission, to unlock another master to unlock a mission. Very tedious, and it gets confusing at times. Because if you don't pay attention to who unlocks what, you might miss something completely. The hub is quite small, It's like a small dome with around 5-6 locations. You get the Hokage's Estate, which leads to the multiplayer. You get the Ninja Academy, which leads to the VR missions. You get the Ninjutsu School archive, where you can change your masters and track what is next for the reward. And then there are two that are honestly a bit disappointing. For the game, you would unlock skulls. Skulls are the way to unlock items and stuff as you progress. Now, here's the process you would have to go through daily in this game. Get a skull, go over to Tenten and the skull shop, where you can also buy certain weapons and gear to open them. Go out of the Tenten shop, go next door to Sakura to equip said jutsu item or something like that. Honestly, they could have just made the store 2-in-1 and had one section with Tenten and one with Sakura. For example, here's an example. I believe it was Budokai Fui, the shop. Depending on, I believe, the rarity of the item equaled a different version of a character. Like, you would either get normal launch or psycho launch, as I call it. Or something like that. Or they could have them in the same building, just on different sides. So you're not leaving one and going to the other. The loading screens are a bit of a problem as well, especially during the multiplayer sections. Because while you're going into a new multiplayer section or backing out, there's a loading screen, then you can look around. Before you can move, there's another loading screen. While the second loading screen is going, the counter is dropping down, so you don't really have that much time to back out. So you have a bad internet connection, you're going to struggle. Multiplayer is set into 4 sections. Barrier battle, capture a flag, team deathmatch. Sorry, I heard something. And I forget the 4th. Professional. And they're very cut and dry. They're very down to the bone. Now, the game's also missing a couple of characters, like, you can't play as Ino, you can't play as Neji, to my knowledge. Sound, after about 10 minutes you want to whip your ears off, so I muted that right off the bat. So, in multiplayer, depending on how far you are in the missions and masters, you can unlock the overpowered moves, which put lower leveled players at a huge disadvantage. There's the Wakage's Lariat, which can actually go through enemies, and I spam it to go from one part to the next. Same with Rasengan, is an aerial AoE type move. There are a couple of translation problems in my opinion that continued from the demo. For the default offense class, the ult is 7 heavenly breaths. Now, they consider that a ninjutsu. 7 heavenly breaths is taijutsu, hand to hand, not ninja skill. As well as they consider Leaf Hurricane, Leaf Whirlwind, will also be a ninjutsu skill. I think this is because the people didn't know what they were doing. Now, I believe that this is a game that was originally meant for fans, but same company that made this, Bandai Namco. It's also working on Black Clover game. So, there's that. So, the focus wasn't fully put onto either game. Now, there is one thing I'm actually a little disappointed in. Since we're doing multiplayer type things, we had the perfect opportunity to get an escort mission with scrolls. One team could deliver the scroll to another location while the other team was trying to steal it. You had the perfect chance. You had an in-canon, universal, you had an easy in. So, as I said, this was going to be a 2. Now, 3.5. I'm not going any higher than that. I don't care what someone says. So, that's Shinobi Strikers. As I said, it's not really that good. I mean, give us a lackluster story mode, give us a more expensive hub to explore. At least let us run on walls and jump in the hub. What's the point of having a character creation? Which ain't really that useful. Then if you didn't watch Shippuden or the ongoing Boruto, you don't have an idea on who some of these characters are, so it's actually not that fun. It's for those fans that are just happy to get a game. So I paid full price for this, and I still feel whipped. Well, that's my opinion of that. So, take care everyone. Later.